Good morning. It's Saturday, April 19th, and we're going to continue our discussion on perception. And today I want to take that a step further from perception into action. But let's first start with the prompt from the Daily Stoic, which is, am I leaving room for what might happen? So a couple of weeks ago, I introduced the Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, in which we imagine various ways of how situations could possibly go wrong and of the adversity that we might face. Now, remember that this act of negative visualization was important for a couple of ways. One, it forces us to consider outcomes that are unpleasant but fairly likely. And two, it prepares us for hardship in general. We could ask ourselves, what would I do in the worst case scenario? And while this mental exercise helps us build self-confidence that we're prepared to handle anything and everything, it doesn't guarantee that we will handle anything and everything. It doesn't do much good even if we've envisioned it. When shit hits the fan, we remain frozen in paralysis. Fortunately, in addition to training our mental preparedness through premeditatio malorum, there's another exercise that shapes how we will respond. And we often think about stress as a wholly negative concept. I mean, think about the headline, 10 simple steps to reduce your overall stress. But that's really only half the story. You see, there's two distinct forms of stress. There's negative stress, which we all know very well, and that's more accurately referred to as distress. But there's another side, a positive stress, that's referred to as eustress, E-U-S-T-R-E-S-S. And eustress is all about challenging yourself without expending all of your resources. It's what Nietzsche referred to whenever he said, that which doesn't kill me makes me stronger. And working and living outside of our comfort zone is actually a good thing. It helps us in three main areas. Emotionally, it results in positive feelings of contentment, inspiration, motivation, flow. Physically, it helps us build and strengthen our body. Think about that workout and how it was painful, but ultimately you became stronger as a result. And psychologically, it helps us to build our autonomy, our responsiveness, and our resiliency. When you practice pushing yourself to and through the point of discomfort, you grow mentally stronger. Small annoyances are less disruptive. Large obstacles are less imposing. Our confidence grows, and we realize how much we suffer more in imagination than in reality. We realize that wasn't so bad. And we now know that when life threatens us with involuntary inconveniences or forces us into scary situations, that we will have no hesitation in facing them. We will just do what needs to be done. But just like anything, if we want to improve in this area, we have to train for it. Now, admittedly, whether you realize it or not, you're training for it every day. I mean, every time you work through a challenging situation, you're gaining that confidence. But we can be more proactive to accelerate and enhance our performance here. Now, yesterday I was talking with a friend, Eric Morris, about how we both intentionally make lists about doing things that are uncomfortable and subject ourselves to them. Now, for Morris, one of those areas was writing and performing poetry. But he worked at it, he overcame his fear, and now has found a new area of joy in his life. But he also credits this mental fortitude with shaping his response to the devastation that COVID-19 sought to wreak on his small business, which was a direct sales model for bringing seafood to restaurants in the New Jersey area. You see, when the bottom fell out, he ran to the fire because he had trained in being comfortable being uncomfortable. And he pivoted to an online sales model, which took him into new territory. It restructured his operations. It brought him a new customer base. And it's already on track to bring him his biggest year ever. So we have to look for areas to add eustress to our life and begin training. Maybe it's a new style of workout that you haven't tried before. Maybe it's overcoming performance anxiety. For me, a simple but very powerful practice is a daily routine of taking cold showers. It's a reminder to myself not to live in fear of inconvenience or discomfort. It's a way to let the mind lead the body and to embrace adversity with a heightened degree of self-confidence. So go out there, look for the areas where you can add eustress to your life, and that will help you to take action when the undesirable events inevitably do come to reality. Hope you found that useful. Have a great day.